So today Metallica have dropped a new song, If Darkness Had a Sun, and we're going to check it out. So I had a brief listen to this once already, and just on my phone. So I'm going to stick the cans on and have a proper go at it, and we're going to see what it's like. So here we go. So obviously they dropped little teasers last, just playing this kind of intro drum groove and different people jamming along with the drum groove, like Crash Karma and people like that, which was quite fun. It's a cool little way, I guess, to kind of tease the introduction of a new song, which in turn is teasing the album, which is due in April. So we're getting pretty close to the release. Now, I really wanted to talk about this intro melody. Metallica themselves dropped a hint just yesterday for this, but I really like the intro melodies. Actually, it's really nice to just hear a lead passage that has real content and gravitas, I think, and it's not overtly bluesy. I like this riff. It's real simple, but it's cool, brooding, in the pocket kind of thing. And as I say, the melody plays really well off it. Kind of reminds me, I guess, of something you would have heard from Metallica a few years back. So this first bit, this Temptation bit, this interlude, it's a little repetitive, but I do think that James's vocal performance is really solid. It's a really good dynamic shout. Really like what they've done in terms of production wise, the doubling and the ambience that they've used on the vocal, but really it's his performance that sells it. I think you risk being, as I said, quite repetitive, but the word temptation, I think he gets away with it. He just about gets away with that. But it's his performance really that sells it. And so actually I quite like it. I quite like how it plays off. The thing with that verse structure, I really like that kind of descending, it's like a sound of, like, I don't know, turmoil, like being pulled down into turmoil or something like that. I really like that. There's a kind of a twisted sound to it, and then obviously a return to that main melody, that main hook. I actually really like that chorus. It's again quite a short, sweet chorus, kind of like with what they did with Screaming Suicide, but I think this is much stronger. Really like the vocal harmonies. Again, James's vocal performance really carrying the song in a lot of ways. And I mean that in a nice way. Like, it's a simple arrangement in that chorus section instrumentally in a lot of respects. But yeah, I quite like it. It's a little different, actually. It's got some ambience, which is something I've been missing in Metallica's music for quite some time. And this track has kind of got that. Kind of reminds me of Dream No More. It's the fifth track I'm thinking of. Dream No More, I really like that. It reminded me of Leper Messiah. But yeah, this song has some of those kind of qualities. And like I said, there's a real darkness and a real ambience about it. And what I really like about this is that the melodic and rhythmic content really tie in with James's vocal and his lyrics, importantly. Which I felt like when Screaming Suicide, they didn't really kind of match. It was just words to music in a lot of ways, even though the lyrics were really good for that track. The video is cool. It's a little similar to Lux Eterna. It looks like it was maybe even shot in the same set. But there's some imagery of its own woven in with that and edited a bit differently, and it's fine. It works. Cool verse, really good verse, and really good chorus. I really like this breakdown riff. It's rhythmically different from a lot of what we've seen from Metallica. It's not just straight ahead. It's got a real pump to it. Right, the solo. That's a nice blistering riff. It's a nice little hook at the end. The solo is actually better than I thought. The first listen I had, I just thought it sounded kind of like a random collection of licks, but it's actually more cohesive. On the second listen, it's more cohesive than I thought, and there's some nice little hooks that work with the rhythm that are quite tight, and yeah, actually not bad. There's also a couple of licks towards the end there that are kind of like become, I guess, modern Kirk staples that he does quite a lot, and yeah, that's a bit repetitive, but thankfully it's only just a little bit, like just a couple of bars worth, a bar or two, just towards the end of the solo. So on the whole, okay. Great note that James hits in that vocal, that high note, just to finish off that run of phrasing. I like this riff, this dum 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 dum. Kind of reminds me of Pantera. It's nice to hear from Metallica. a nice little melodic touch. Really like that little touch from Rob at the end with the bass. That's a nice way to finish a track. I've not really heard that from anyone, I guess, really, before. Maybe the only gripe I would say is it might have been nice to have a little bit more from Rob. Just, hey, bass solo, like, come on, bring it. But anyway, yeah, on the whole, I thought that was pretty cool. I definitely like that more than Screaming Suicide. Probably about as much as I liked Luxie Turner, maybe even a bit more. I think there's quite a lot of creativity actually in this. Luxie Turner was just like I don't know, it felt like a kind of feel-good thrash song. But this kind of has the lyrical depth, I guess, that Screaming Suicide had. But for me, like I said in the beginning of this, the harmonic and rhythmic content, the musical content of what the instrumentation is doing, lives up to the lyrics quite well. Lives up to the theme from James. So on the whole, I think it's a really good job. I really enjoyed that song. Yeah, so let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you later. Oh, before I go, just in case you didn't notice, I've released some of my own tracks. I've got a record that I've just put out. I do this just for the love of music, right? Small fry. But anyway, I could do with your support. If you want to go ahead and check it out, I'll link it at the end of this video here. It's called Reshaping the Human Condition. It's a record with 10 tracks on it. Go ahead, give it a listen. If you like it, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of thing. If you enjoyed the content today about the Metallica tune, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. That really helps the channel, helps me to continue to create. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you could obviously visit Apple Music, Amazon, or Spotify and stream or download Reshaping the Human Condition there. Otherwise, yeah, take it easy. Thanks for popping around to the channel. Bye bye.